N.U.B.Y World. N.U.B.Y.net.
Any of the thoughts and opinions shared on this show belong solely to the members of the cast. This is not a reflection of our families, friends, or employers. These are just our thoughts and views and aren't intended for anything further than entertainment and information for our viewers and listeners. N.U.B.Y for life. Thank you. Welcome to episode 34 of the N.Crowd podcast. As always, I'm your host, J Love, aka Fly95, and I'm joined here with me by the gang, man. What's the word, fellas?
Man, you got the best hand, boss. Huh?
And as always, we want everybody out there to like the videos and subscribe. Right now, we got a current subscribers goal of 250, man. We trying to get the subscribers up, man. So make sure you like this video, click that subscribe button and the bell notifications. Before we kick things off, I do want to acknowledge and send some thoughts and prayers to the family of Alex Jeffrey Preddy in Minnesota, man. He was the most recent victim of a killing at the hands of federal agents by ICE agents over the weekend. He was 37 years old. At the time of the shooting, they said he did not have a weapon. There's been multiple videos and things spread across social media. So I do want to send those thoughts and prayers. I'm not sure if anybody else want to has some additional comments. I didn't want to run down the details because I'm sure anybody that wants to look into the matter can find that. Did y'all have anything to say or are we moving on?
Bless up, man. Prayers to the family. Bless
Hey,
up,
I got a
man.
question. What's the qualifications to be an ICE? Because, I mean, shit, I could do that job, you know.
Anybody can do it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I think anybody.
I was wondering.
Yeah. And hopefully you'll do a better job than the job that they doing.
You know, let me say,
You did
before
it,
we go on, this what type of ICE agent I'll be. I'll be the ICE agent, like, they be like, hey, man, go tell them that family, that's that working family, hey, we finna go get them. I'll be the one to go knock on the door. Hey, man, y'all better get y'all shit straight out. They come get y'all, man. You know,
swear,
hey, man, hurry up, man. Get your shit, you know, something or move or do something, you know, because these motherfuckers gonna kick your door down. That's the type of agent I'd be. I wouldn't be like, you know, going in and just trying to take motherfuckers from their kids and, you know, just, you know, trying to bully people. This is modern day lynching, bro. This ain't right, man.
I feel you, Tay. We need some of them people to get up there and infiltrate, you know, put on the front like they really want to be a part of ICE, then go in there and tip people off before they come get them. Like, get up out of here.
But for the good, though, not for, you know, they ain't going, I see if they're going to get some M13s or some, you know, Mexican mafiosos. They ain't going to get these just regular, you know, Luis that, you know, work on my basement. And you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, come on, man. But leave them people alone. An immigrant ain't never did nothing to me. I've never been affected by an immigrant. They never threatened my job. Anything, you know, I'm just saying, bro, this is just extreme, bro. This is extreme. These people ain't really bad, but then they killing their own kind. Like, damn, like what's going on?
The thing, Tay, is America is the land of the immigrants. We all immigrants. None of us was native to this.
All of us.
You know, all of us. None of us was native to this land.
So for you to have the audacity to say, we don't want you here, what do you mean we? Like, this ain't even your country, bro. Like,
right.
It's just so crazy to me how white folks, I'm gonna just say it, white folks think that this is their land for real. Like, and just claiming it,
man.
And just, you know, want America to be great again. That's crazy. Like, and we already know what the undertone, what that means, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah, they trying to push it.
Crazy.
I mean, that's why they're pushing abortion and all that stuff.
Yeah, my condolences to Preddy's family.
Most definitely.
Yep. All right, now moving on. We jumping right into it, man. I got a icebreaker question that's kind of connected to last week's episode. One of the takes that was given was that men want peace. I think I gave that, and then Hayes agreed that, you know, it wasn't a big secret that men want peace in their life. So my kickoff question, though, to everybody, including myself, is: would you rather have power or peace? If you had to pick one, would you rather have power or have peace?
At the crib or just in general?
In life.
It's in general?
In life.
All right.
I feel like,
go ahead, Hayes.
You want to go ahead? You want to go, Eric? Go
Okay,
ahead. Go ahead.
I
I
think I'll
go.
start off. I think I'll start off with just saying I prefer peace, man. Um, Power comes with a lot of smoke, bro. And it's like if you just look
Mhm.
at power as it relates to my profession, as it relates to spending dollars, marketing, et cetera, power comes with a lot of smoke, and it's a big job, and somebody got to have it. You know what I'm saying? But ease of
Mhm.
living, I want to hit the easy button, boss, and I'd rather
Mhm.
have that peace of mind. Like peace of mind cost a lot, dog. It costs a lot,
Mhm.
You right.
but it's free at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
Mhm.
peace of mind, dog. Peace of mind. I'm choosing peace, no question.
I'm gonna go hand in hand. I think power creates peace, like because power creates
No,
fear.
you gotta.
So,
That's the easy way out, Tay. Tay, you gotta pick
yeah,
one.
but
You gotta pick,
yeah, I
or
get what
we,
I'm.
or we all gonna say both. I get exactly what you're saying, but that's the easy way out. You gotta pick one, bro.
If I had to pick between peace and power,
Yep.
go. Yeah, yeah, I'm with you on that peace. I mean, but I understand people just picking power too. But I'm just gonna say I'm gonna pick peace because yeah, peace of mind is worth
Nigga,
worth $100,000,000, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go peace, bro.
I'm gonna kind of go. I think I'm gonna go against the grain on this one
Okay.
because you can have the power and use your power for the good, right? And I think,
Mm.
I always tell my scholars, man, like those popular kids, um, you got the influence, but how you gonna use it? You feel what I'm saying? Like you have the power to choose to do the right thing or be not be a negative peer leader, all that stuff. But it's like, what are you gonna do with your influence, with your power? Um, I know, and you can still who's to say you can't have, money on both sides of peace and power, right? So I feel like I don't think power is a bad thing when you abuse it and when you use it the wrong way. So I would say I'll have power, um, and I would use my power in a way for the greater good of everyone.
You got to be a great decision maker, boss.
For sure.
For if you got power,
Hmm.
power people that got power make decisions, man. We can even go back
but think,
to Tommy in the Power
but think
series.
about it.
You know what I'm
E.
saying?
You don't even
Uh-huh.
you don't even gotta go there. Look at you. You in a position of power at your
I was
workplace.
about to say that, yeah.
Hmm.
Like you
And I
make
gotta
great
and
You
I
not.
gotta
You
decisions,
might
make
right?
not
great
be
decisions.
But
right.
you got
That's
a
what
lot
I'm
of
saying.
headaches, but you good at what you
Yep.
do, right? So
Yeah.
it's not about, I mean, you sleep well at night, right?
Mhm.
You don't make decisions and be like, damn, I shouldn't have made that decision. You have the power, you make your decision and you sleep well because you doing your job right. You know what I'm saying?
85% of the time though.
Yeah.
But
So
also,
I'll
you know,
take that. That's a great percentage.
you get paid
Mm-hmm.
the bucks for making those tough decisions when it's situational.
For sure.
Hey,
For sure.
go do
Mm-hmm.
this, go do that, or
But
this
here's
is
the
what it
thing.
is. Love me or
But
hate me. You know what I'm saying?
if
I
you
think you
have
could create your own peace though. Like you could create peace. Like Trump can create
Mm-hmm.
peace. As much power as he has, he could create peace around this motherfucker, right? Just with making the right decisions. He
but
not.
power.
So it's chaos. You
But
know what
check
I'm
this
saying?
out, Hayes. But power, you can't have no empathy with power though, because you can't really care about nobody
How
else's
come you
feelings.
can't?
Because at the end of the
You
day,
can?
you
What?
with power,
Yeah.
you can't care about nobody's
Yeah.
feelings. You got to make that decision though,
And
because
every
ain't nobody,
decision can't be everybody
everybody's not
can't
gonna
support every
yeah,
decision.
everybody's not gonna agree with you. So you can't have no
Yeah,
empathy if you have power though.
that
I
goes
agree.
for everything in life. Nothing's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be 100% participation. Everybody agrees. Somebody might just say we'll agree to disagree and just go along with whatever. But you know what I'm saying? So I feel like you can have empathy, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
you're not gonna please everybody anyway.
Right.
Someone's not gonna like your decision anyway. So why not have empathy and why not use your morals? Why not use your best decision making to make the right decision with your power? Because everybody ain't gonna agree anyway. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna be mad at you, no matter what.
Yeah,
Think
that's what
about
I'm
it.
saying. You can't have no
You got the
empathy
power over
then.
your household, right? You got the
That's
power over
different.
your house.
I'm only.
Listen,
All right,
but
go
listen,
ahead.
He just said in general, power over your household. You might say, "What y'all want for dinner?" Majority might say that we want burgers, and somebody might say, "I want pizza." You got to make that decision because, and then live with it, because everybody ain't gonna, your child might be salty at you because we having burgers and they not having pizza, but you had to make that decision. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So I ain't got no empathy
Situation.
of the one that want pizza then, right?
They still gonna love you.
So, but I still ain't got no empathy of the one that want pizza.
You do have empathy, but
You
it couldn't work
had
out for him this
empathy.
time.
You had empathy, Tay, for the greater good. So you did have empathy because you went with the
You could have
majority.
just said empathy is just like, even like just giving them the option to choose what they want. A nigga in power that don't give a fuck about nobody. We have a pizza, nigga, and nobody better not say nothing about it. If we have pepperonis on it,
I think all Tate's
shut
saying
up.
is that it's not unanimous. You know what I'm saying? It's just
It
not
never will be.
unanimous, and
And
it
that's the
never
thing.
will be.
peace
So
or power
Nothing
side.
in life. Yeah, nothing
Mhm.
in life is. I don't think it's a such thing as total empathy, because you would be without everything. You wouldn't have anything. You would say, "Oh, I got $5 to my name. Oh, this person don't got no money, so I'm gonna get them all my money." No, it's at the end of the day, you gonna choose what's your priorities, with power or without power. Um, and it was crazy what Hayes was saying kind of shifted where I was going, because I started with the piece, but then as Hayes was talking, I also thought about, and this is comic book shit, but it makes sense in real life. With great power comes great responsibility. So it's, how do you choose to use that power? Will you use it for the greater good? Will you use it to be a peacemaker or a peacekeeper? Because you may want peace and choose peace, but not have the power to create peace. So how do you establish peace? Even if we thinking in our household, how do we establish peace? Meaning, is no bills need to be paid. Everybody has what they need. They need all. In certain places, you need power to have those resources to check all the boxes. Because like all them old school sayings comes, that's why they pay you the big bucks. Who do they say that to? People in power. And you might need, you created a lifestyle at home where you need that income to keep that peace at your house. So I kind of dig what Hayes is saying, and it just turns into the, what type of person are you with power? Will it make you a hero? Will it make you a villain? Like, who will you become when you had that? And then all the old sayings, more money, more problems, and you getting paid the big bucks. When I was an administrator, I was an administrator in a building with 700 kids and all these families. Every family not gonna like me, because I'm gonna have to make some tough decisions at the end of the day that some people gonna feel like I wronged them. But I always made my decisions as, am I doing the best thing for kids overall? And I can't say each kid, because you can't say each kid, because if one kid come and punch a kid in the face, I can't have all the same empathy in the same situation if a kid just randomly gets hit in the face. I gotta feel for that victim a pinch more in that situation when I'm dealing out consequence. So it's like, no matter what, it can't never be total empathy and nothing in life. You gonna have to choose the greater good in a situation based off of your values and who you are. But I think that was that was just supposed to be the stick and miss, icebreaker. We got it in on that first one.
One more thing, like when you pose the question, immediately I feel like, and I don't know if this what y'all thought, like power was like bad and peace was good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Did y'all feel that way when y'all heard the question?
I instantly thought about it as like it was split up. Obviously, like I look
For
at
sure.
home, I look at work, I look at lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Because like at work, also I make decisions, but I gotta build rapport. You know what I'm saying? So when you build rapport, you might gotta, like Dante said, hey, we might gotta choose pizza tonight because little mama, who was the second mama of the house, we got to make her happy because, you know what I'm saying, she ain't had no pizza because her being happy gonna control the little fellas at night when she got to be mama at home. So you got to be political a little bit. And then, and then at home, it's like, I want peace. You know what I'm saying? Like I make decisions at work based on logic. It is what it is. Bottom line, bottom dollar. But now I got to bring my feelings into it when I'm making decisions about my son, my wife, my kids. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of instantly split it, Hayes, when I heard that.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I say both.
I like.
Yeah, I think everybody thought
No, but
about it
that's
too, in
too
like
easy,
different
Tay.
realms of life too. You know.
Tay, it's too easy to just say both for the answer. All right.
When I'm on vacation,
Next up.
Both of them. Both of them.
Right, both of them. Next up, when did you feel like a man for the first time? When was the first time that you knew like I'm a man now? And what made you feel that way?
man, when I paid rent for the first time, man, on my own, I would say
Mm.
that. I ain't bought no crib yet. I Side note, I never even wanted a crib until I had a son. I was just like, man, I don't want the responsibilities and all that. But anyway, I feel like the first time that I paid rent, man, I was out living on my own, having to pay everything for myself. I felt like a man. Like I think my first real apartment was like in Shorewood after I got out of college or whatever. So yeah, I think that would be mine. You know, I had car notes and all this shit. Like, damn, managing my own money and just I don't know. Yeah, I would say that.
That's the only time
Man,
I would go to Culver's, bro. When I was over in Shorewood, that's the only time I go to Culver's when I leave your crib. That's crazy.
On time, the first time I felt like a man. I mean that's a hard question, but I remember the first time I felt good about like my manhood was I was working at the Moody Pool on Burleigh, and I got my first paycheck. And I went and bought
Yeah.
I went and bought some Dookies that I never should have bought. Which, if y'all don't know what Dookies is, they're Air Force Ones, but that's the Milwaukee slang for it. I bought some Dookies and I would never have bought these kind of. They had a little small air bubble, and they was blue,
oh,
white,
I remember
hate
them.
them.
and red. And I just bought them because it was just, man, it's my money. I can buy what the fuck I want to buy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I bought them shoes, and I felt like, couldn't nobody tell me nothing. And man, that was a bad investment, but I felt good because I spent my own money. It was like $90 or some shit back then, so I
Hey,
felt
and
good
they
then.
ain't matching nothing either, did they?
Nothing,
They
bro.
going
I
nothing.
never matched some shoes to nothing, bro. And shout out
Man,
Julian. He
I
still
would
got them
say,
because he stole them from me.
oh no.
Julian Gray.
Now the first, I say the first, dang, shout him out then. My
Gang member.
the first time I thought I was a man was the first time I took something down. I thought I was a man, I would say. But I would say when I really knew, I say it's kind of connected with Hayes is when I finally left out of mom's crib, dude. And I didn't get to live like the bachelor lifestyle that I want to say most of y'all on here did where y'all moved out and y'all had y'all own cribs for a
I
second.
didn't.
And when I moved out, I moved. Oh yeah, so we kind of in the same boat. My first time moving out was with my then girlfriend that's now my wife. And it was crazy because I remember when we had the U-Haul truck and I was putting stuff in the truck in my mom's driveway, she looked at me and was like, you could just stay at home. You could just come back. It was kind of like she wasn't even ready or fully believed it either. Like, I know he ain't
Yeah.
finna just leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, she said, I'm like mid-packed. And she like, you could just stay here. You don't got to leave. And it wasn't like my mom and my girl had any issues. They super cool. My mom ain't even confrontational like that, but it was just her seeing me, her youngest at the time, because my brother had already moved out and was living out of state. So for that was like the very first time, because like I had responsibilities with my mom because I had already started working, like paying certain bills in the house. But to be out knowing like it's just me and my girl now under this roof and we got to split these bills and do this and that, that was when I knew for real. But I thought it was way back, at King when I finally, took something down for the first time. But nah, man, that wasn't about nothing.
Yeah.
Man, I think it's easy. I think it's easy to say living by yourself. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the easy one to say, like knowing that when I used to live by myself, dog, I used to go to Pick and Save, get the 5 for 10 jacks. That was my Monday dinner, Tuesday dinner, Wednesday dinner, Thursday dinner, Friday dinner, dog. $10. You couldn't tell me nothing. But honestly, I think if I really thought about it, Fly, it would be when I had an issue with a female that I had to figure it out myself, right? And then I actually had to think about, I looked at moms and pops. What did pops do in this situation? When he got into it, saying we got our first little beef. I lived with a chick, got my first little beef with her. You know what I'm saying? What do I do? Do I just leave? Do I sit here and figure it out? Do I grind? Or do I do what pops did? Or, you know what I'm saying? Then when it all got smoothed out, right? Whether we talked through, I don't even remember, to be honest with you. I don't even remember if we talked it out, but I didn't leave yet. but I think I ended up leaving, but eventually, but I didn't leave yet. But I felt like when I was sitting there, what'd you say, Tay? But anyway, when I sat there and figured it out, and I felt like, man, I worked through something, dog. And it's like, that's kind of what I want my kids to be like. Look at when I come any issue or a problem, look at what Pops did. Cause that's what I did. Cause I didn't have no example. I looked at how Pops handled it or how Moms handled it. And it is what it is. So that really made me a man, in my opinion.
Okay. Tay, remember you was ready to be a man and you left your parents' house? And you came by and stayed at the crib for a couple of days.
Shit, I went right back after a while, man. Shit.
Tay marched out and lived with me at my mama's house for like 2 days.
Sure did.
Wasn't he singing that, I'm a man today?
Hey, he came with a laundry sack too.
Yeah, with the sack. No, I think I was at the crib when he came over there.
Tay had
was
never
into it with
washed
your
his
chick?
own clothes before. No, he left his parents' crib.
Yeah, this back like 2000, about 2000.
Yeah,
like that. I was like 19
man.
years old.
I had to show Tay how to separate them whites and darks, man. That's I had to tell him.
I'm
I'm
pro at washing clothes now. Shit, I can wash everything.
Hey, you learn from the best. Shoot. Oh man. All right. Next up, is being a nice guy a disadvantage in life? You know how they say nice guys finish last, or good guys finish last. Is being a nice guy or a good guy a disadvantage?
I agree 110%. 110%, but like every situation, I'm considered a good guy, easygoing. It is what it is. You got it, boss. You know what I'm saying? That's my MO. And naturally we get walked over, and then when we pull our pants out or we pull our schlong out, then it's just like it's problems. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But
White daughter got the cracking?
Dog,
Man,
it's a problem. But like
cracking.
typically, dog, like good guys finish last, man. And that's
I don't
just
think
always
so.
how I've been.
I don't think it depends on certain situations. Like if you being a nice guy, it can also make you approachable, right? And then and when you're approachable, you get more opportunity too at the same time. So it's different ways of being a nice guy. Let somebody run over you being nice, like violently, that's different. But if you just make yourself a nice guy and be approachable, then people want to add you to their team. They want you around because your energy and everything. So I don't always think that being a nice guy is like a disadvantage. But in a lot of situations, like say you in the streets being a nice guy, yes, that's probably a disadvantage. But in the workforce, being a nice guy and being approachable and a team player and all that kind of stuff, it will take you to the top. So it all depends. Go ahead, E.
After we done live life, bro. After we done live life and people mature, they understand that. When we was at high school, we was at King at the Fruitopia machine. The good guys finished last, bro. We was losing.
I agree with you, Eric. Like
you agree with me?
Huh? I agree with you too. I agree with both of y'all. I definitely agree with you, Dante, too. As far as in the workforce, like I think about cats like like Derek Fisher and them kind of guys. Blue collar guys, work hard, but never really caused no issues while they were working in the NBA, and then they become like have administrative jobs when they leave, and just because of their reputation of being a good guy, you know what I'm saying?
But don't use Derek Fisher. He a bad guy. Remember what he ended up doing.
He was that dog. Hey, that dog came out.
Hey, that dog
we talking about last
man.
week. That dog came out. He couldn't keep it on the leash. Then that dog got spanked, didn't it?
Man, dog shit out of
it.
But I agree with Eric as well too. Like prime example, I used to have the biggest crush on this one chick, right? In college, and she was fine. She was fine and dark skin, chocolate. But she always used to play me because I was a little younger than her, right? She, I could tell she was feeling me, but like she couldn't really rock with me because I was a little nigga, right? But then she was fucking with the D-boy niggas, you know what I'm saying? But holding me at bay. But then once I became a man, she saw me, the nigga that treated her like shit. years later,
Yeah.
now she want the good guy, you know? But I'm a
Now it's
bad
too
boy
late.
now, baby. I don't want you. You feel me?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But like,
Bad
I used to think I had
boy.
a shot back then, but then I had to figure out the game. Like, oh, she playing, like, yeah. But
Do I know her?
because I was too nice, I wasn't aggressive enough for her. I wasn't in the streets.
He,
I wasn't, you know.
he said, "Do we
Do I
know
know her,
her?"
Hayes?
Yeah, absolutely. You know her. You
Okay,
know her.
okay.
You know her.
Okay, say less.
Yeah. So I get where you coming from too, Eric. Especially
Yeah.
with the Ronies.
Fly, what you on? What you think?
Until they grow up and mature.
I'm conflicted, man. You know me. I think I'm like model good guy, nice guy, man. Like I ain't got too. It's a time I had the phase when the dog was out, but I still was kind of like a nice guy. And I felt
He's a
like,
nice
you
dog. You the
put
dog
me.
that didn't
I
bite.
was right. That's what I was gonna say. Cause I've been the nice you
He
up
don't
out of them
bite.
pants. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know, what I mean? And that's what the one I had that fuck around. Like you fuck around, something going, I'm get in there and do something to it and get up out of there. And so I navigated. I think I might have perfected the nice guy or the good guy. So I won't say that I speak for all nice guys, but I do definitely see the examples of when the nice guys don't, finish first or you know what I'm saying, and things like that. But I think I fared well, and especially like the stuff that Tay said, I super agree with. Like in the workplace, like being the good guy is gonna open those doors and get those opportunities. Because it's times people that just work off of your energy or your demeanor, just like you might be a good person, but you might got a resting bitch face. You know what I'm saying? Or people just feel like, oh, dude got an attitude, or dude seem crazy, and they distance themselves or won't approach you with certain things. So I definitely think you winning in the workplace being, outgoing and a people's person. But I can see like the need to code switch your niceness. Like as nice as I am, I can't just be in a random place, in a random store, just talking to strangers and doing, you know what I'm saying? You got to know when to kind of straighten up and have your head on the swivel and know what's going on and not seem too nice or too green. You know what I'm saying? In certain
Naive,
situations, like Tay said, like you can't be in the hood and be nice. Like true, it kind of bases off your surroundings. And it was crazy because I had a chicken. Y'all know who she is. We ain't got to say her name, but y'all might not. Yeah, y'all do know her. But she told me one day because she seen us out, and she was like, "For you to be as cool and as nice as you is when y'all be out, you look like you got a problem. Like you look like you just not having a good time and this and this and that. Like you don't smile." And I didn't think about that a lot until I had the situation with Dante. And I don't know if we talked about it and we ain't got to explain it. But Tay, when we was out and people just thought I was just, I don't know who they thought I was. They had the police
They
snatch
thought you
me
the
up
Don.
out coming.
You the Don.
Yeah, like so. And I never really, I never thought about like my
They call the
expressions
police
when
on
I'm
fly.
out. But it's one of those things when I'm in an unfamiliar surrounding, I'm not super smiley, kicking and giggling. I'm kind of checking the scene out. You know what I'm saying? But I guess I was checking it out a little too tough that day because they thought I was Tariq or Jamie St. Patrick or somebody, man. They snatched me up out the club too quick. And Tay ran. We ain't got to get all the details. Tay ran about a block while the police had me hemmed up against the.
I came back and got you. When they
He came back after they let me go. Yeah, after they let me out the cuffs.
Is that a real friend?
He came back.
Is that a real friend, bro, running?
Well, he said he was on. He had a warrant. He had a warrant out.
And I was gonna let people know. I was gonna be able to bail him out.
Tay had that warrant from when he was mopping that nigga at Walgreens.
Yeah, so Tay,
I think that Walgreens still disassembled, bro.
That sounds bad, dog. Like I got snatched by the police. You got a warrant. People,
we
this
not
is
like
not that type of podcast. But it's just real life, though. James done been in the police car too. Look,
yeah, a couple of them.
Just pointing people out.
Thanks.
Hey, they said it's too early for this shit.
Right? We ain't trying to condone. We ain't trying to condone this behavior, but it's life. It's to happen.
True.
Tay looked at that nigga. He was standing behind him. He said, "It's too early for this shit."
They were trying to cheat. Remember, bro? This shit.
Dante had a couple of them moments where he just say something to kind of shut stuff down. Like when we was in Circle City Classic, they was ribbing them in the hotel. Dante just turned around and said, "I bet not one of y'all niggas will fight me though." Niggas just got quiet.
Niggas got quiet, didn't
Hey, niggas got quiet. Like,
they? It wasn't no old John Coffee.
they said
Well,
too
they was
much
talking about that
till he
breakfast
said
shit.
that. Yeah,
You
they was
that
talking about how
breakfast
you
shit?
talk. Yeah, because he said breakfast. He said,
I can't
nigga
help
ain't
the way
gonna
I
whoop me
talk,
though.
man.
Hey,
And that lets you know when that's when
that,
nigga in their feelings when they say shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Dante had smoke for niggas before niggas was even saying smoke. Dante had smoke for
But
niggas.
that's when I was real sensitive. I mean, I don't give a fuck now about the way I talk now, but I was real sensitive then, though. Everybody used to point it out.
Yeah.
Oh man. Next question. So kind of sticking on the topic of the good guy or the nice guy. Why do good men still lose good women? So we're gonna take it to relationships. How can a good man lose a good woman? What's some of those factors?
Can I start? Can I start?
Start? Go ahead.
Good men, either they could be the communication, it could be shy, it could be you know, they you know, they're not fun. Even though they're a good guy, they're just not fun. You know, the girl just want to go have fun. And, you know, they awkward and shit. That's a good way. In the bedroom is definitely is I think the number one. Cause he could be a good guy, take care of her, support, take care of the kids, do everything, but he just ain't putting that hammer down. You know what I'm saying? No pleasure and pain. So that's
Dante, say more.
Big thing.
Say more. Expand on pleasure and pain for some of our viewers who may not, be aware of what you're saying.
You gonna
right
tell them
there.
what pleasure and pain is, Tate?
Well, pleasure and pain comes.
Say less. Say less.
Pleasant pain.
Anybody? Say less. Say less. Anybody else got some? Tay, all those was valid though. Tay, I do want to acknowledge.
Yeah,
that.
go ahead. Y'all go ahead. But that's what I think.
Right,
though.
who else?
That's what I think. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say just because they both good, the man and the woman is good, don't mean they compatible, right? So, I just think maybe they just too good. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just like the positive and positive ends of a what's it called a magnet, right? You know what I'm saying? They not gonna, they're not going to attract.
Yin versus yang.
Yeah. So
opposites attract for sure.
Who knows? Yeah. Like I think that could be one of the biggest issues, but like, there's so many factors that can go into it, just because, people are good people. I think majority of people are good people, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like it might just come down to compatibility or like Tay said, trust, communication, all those types of things go into it, So
I think it's all on the woman, Fly. And this,
okay.
I might get a lot of issues, a lot of flack from this, but I think it's all on the woman. I think we got to let the woman live her life. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she ain't finished her fast girl era, or she ain't finished her partying era, or if you caught her too young, you know what I'm saying? She ain't finished living life. Then guess what? You've seen those situations where this high school sweethearts, they get divorced 20 years later because girl ain't lived her life yet. You know what I'm saying? Now, fellas, we gonna live our life. We gonna do us, whatever, at all costs. But I think if a woman got to finish living her life and then figure out what she truly wants, and then that's where she want to settle in, because I don't think nobody is a perfect match for anybody. I think it's all about who accepts your flaws. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think a wife or a husband may not be that perfect match in heaven, you know what I'm saying? Matrimony match, but hey, he 80% of what I could work with this other 20, you know what I'm saying? Or I could work with this small percentage, you know what I'm saying? And I think that a woman, if she ain't finished getting shit faced every weekend, you know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Like she got to be in mode where she ready to raise a family. She ready to sit down professionally, or sit down, and every woman move at a different pace. You can't tell whether that woman is 25 or whether that woman 35. That determines a lot. So we want to say we the man, we wear the pants, we the good guys, but a lot of that shit is that woman's worth. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And I truly believe that, bro.
I want to chime in because I think you're right, E, but I think everything you described was right, but I think to say solely on the woman is the wrong part. Because I think to take what you said, instead of saying it's the woman, I would just say timing in a sense, because it could also be the guy. You might have the man that's in his club and stage, or, I'm still, they like me out here. So I'm trying to be out every weekend, this and that. And you talking to a good girl that might be a homebody that don't want to be out, and you out, you kicking it, you drinking, you doing this and that. So it could be a timing thing either way. But then to think about career, you might have that guy that's chasing that corporate ladder, or just chasing advancement in the workplace, trying to do this and that, and he's forgetting special dates, forgetting a birthday, forgetting plans, and just fumbling the bag, didn't call back because he was doing studying for an exam in grad school. You know what I'm saying? Is different things, but I think you're definitely right. But I would like to just say timing, because I think it can go both ways in a sense. And I was talking to my wife the other day, and I was telling her, like, if you met me in high school, you might not have thought I was the person you were married, when we got married. You know what I'm saying? And that's all off of timing. Even though you ultimately did choose this, but the time that we crossed paths or met each other, if it would have been at a different time, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? Because I could still be this good guy, but not in my settle down time, or, you know what I'm saying? And things like that. Go, E.
But that woman called them shots, blood. I don't care what nobody say. When it was time to apply that pressure and she wanted that ring, you knew about it and you had to make a decision, and you had to make it fast, or whether you had to make it in this window, but like, even if we wasn't ready, we get forced to be ready, because, hey, it is what it is. It ain't, I don't think there's a relationship in America where a man was like, hey, I want you to be married to me in the next year or I'm leaving. You know what I'm saying? Women dish that shit out fast.
But I think that's specific to marriage. So the question is just losing a woman, not specifically marrying. Just, you could just fumble the bag with a relationship, like going together, right? Like you jumping straight to if it's marriage, then you're right. But I'm just saying, just being together.
So what we talking about then? So, like, because it's like
good people,
you just being together. Like, what's together? Nigga, like, y'all share an apartment? Like, no, man, what's together?
That is together. That's together. It's whatever.
Sharing apartments don't mean nothing.
You together for
sharing apartments
something.
Don't mean nothing. Y'all could walk out and tomorrow we could go our separate ways and ain't nothing. But when life is intertwined, it's different.
I don't know that life. The person I shared that apartment with is the one I jumped the broom with. So I only can speak to mine. I understand you speaking from yours. I'm only speaking from mine. So when I shared that apartment, that was the person. But I understand. I know the backstory.
It'll be more. It's more women that control this situation than men. I'm willing to bet every dollar I got in my pocket.
Can I chime in with that, just off of Eric's comment? I feel like women know, and this is just the marriage thing and all that. I feel like women be knowing that they want to be married a long time before niggas. Like, we live our whole stage way earlier, our out here stage way earlier. I feel like women be knowing that they want to be married, when they in high school, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like they kind of be waiting on us at the end of the day. So essentially we kind of have a little more power than women do, because women might say, I want to be married by the time I'm 30. But if it ain't no eligible niggas that like fit her criteria to be married by 30, or all the niggas she's dated ain't really what it, what she wants, then the niggas,
then they out, bro. They'll go to the next one. Next.
But I'm saying, like, what power does she have though? Like, she can jump, but until she meet that nigga that meet all her criteria, like, we, and niggas are done doing what they do, then she shit out of luck. Unless she just marry a motherfucker because her clock ticking or whatever, she want to have children, and then they end up divorced or whatever. I don't know, but we could keep going on with the hypothetical, but I feel like
what you said, Hayes, is big when you just said, though, because they clock ticking. I think women's biological clock kind of determine a lot of things, especially if they trying to do things like in the so-called right way or the traditional way, which is being married before having kids. If they know, hey, at this age, a pregnancy can be risky or too late, then I'm gonna start at such and such years before then, trying to be hard on locking down the right guy, making sure we got things in place, working on having this kid. And I think women just prepare for motherhood and all that out the gate. You know, from birth, they giving dowels, baby dowels to take care of, play kitchens, this and that. This is intentional. They being groomed into housekeepers and mothers and wives from the very jump, and that clock is ticking. So they do, in a sense, be ready at a certain time because they got to if they want to fulfill that at the end of the day, just biologically. But I think everybody made some good points though on that in terms of
But to
everything you
piggyback off of
take.
that real quick though, Fly. I'm just sorry. This jumping a little bit off of what y'all saying, but when he said biological clock ticking, but you also could say financials too is to make motherfuckers get married. You know what I'm saying? Because you say the guy got a good job or the girl got a good job, and the guy or the girl marries somebody because they need health insurance. It can be any kind of little shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It can be all kind of stuff. You know, that lead to that kind of things and stuff. So it's necessarily more than just I say that their clock is ticking. It's it's a lot more to it and shit. You know, I just wanted to throw that out there too.
No, I appreciate that, Tay. I appreciate that, man. We wrapped up all my intriguing questions and topics, but before we go, I want to introduce something because we're about to go on this journey, man, this GOAT talk. And we're gonna start in the area of basketball. We're gonna move into the area of music at some point and some other things. But this first journey of GOAT talk that we're gonna start out is gonna be we're gonna determine as a group who's the greatest or group of the greatest basketball players of all time. And I kind of had this conversation with Hayes one day when he was getting my haircut, and it was kind of breaking down the different components of what make you great in basketball. So some of the factors that I got, and we're gonna break them down with players for each of these until we come to an end, kind of with like a I don't know, like a bracket type of system is players' mentality, which is their IQ and toughness. So like the intangibles. Then we got athleticism, which is, of course, your speed, your strength, your vertical, your agility, how you move on the court. Then your playmaking, which is your passing, your ball handling, getting other teammates involved. Then we got shooting. So that could be mid-range, three-point, shot creation off the dribble, finishing. So your layup, your dunking, your post game. Then rebounding. So offensive and defensive rebound. So basically all the key concepts and, of course, defense. So we're going to talk about the greatest players under each of those categories. And then we're going to start cross-examining who check off multiple boxes. And we're going to try to come up with who we think are the greatest. Do we think it's any other factors of greatness that I might have missed?
I think it's one, Fly.
What's that?
I would say box office. Like box office, like sales tickets.
The it factor.
The it factor. Put people in the stands. Like box office. Like there's some people that's just like box office. You must see this person. Like I think that has to be you gotta be box office to be goated.
Now that's I get that. I guarantee I get exactly what you're saying. But is that box office coming because you are excelling in all them categories? Because the person you talking about that got that it factor might be a. So who?
No,
Tim Duncan.
Shea Alexander is the same way.
I never wanted to see Tim Duncan play.
I don't want to see Shea play. He's boring.
But Tim Duncan,
right?
Like,
but that's my point though. So like when you say box office, who do you want to see play that don't check none of the other boxes though? Is what I'm saying.
Like Steph Curry don't play defense, and I would love to see everybody want to go see Steph Curry shoot the ball.
But I'm saying he's supreme at one of them, though, is why he's box office, is what I'm saying. So to make box office a separate category, that's what I'm saying. I don't get, like, you become that because you the ultimate
Kyrie
at one
Irving,
of them things.
Box office. Kyrie Irving, box office.
Because he's a supreme playmaker and scorer.
Well, think about like charisma, maybe charisma or something. Like, it don't have to be a separate category for charisma, but like you said, like Tim Duncan is great at everything that he does. Like, he'll check off mostly all those boxes. But as far as like box office, I don't want to see Tim Duncan. Like
I'd rather watch Dirk than Tim.
He's boring to me. You know what I'm saying? He does. He don't have no flash. He don't have the pizzazz. He don't have whatever, right? But like, say Anthony Edwards, he check off all those boxes, and you want to hear the nigga talk. You want to hear what he got to say in the interview. he's going, you know, that I go see that nigga. I go to watch the Bucks games. They play them on my birthday type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You want to hear what he's saying in between free throws? If he
if the
talking shit to
Spurs were
fans,
there,
or
if the Spurs are coming to Milwaukee, back when Tim Duncan was, if somebody get, you know, I wouldn't pay my own money to go see the Spurs. You feel me? Just because they're Tim Duncan is their leader. He's one of the GOATs, considered one of the GOATs, but he's not box office to me.
Right.
I don't want to hear Tim Duncan.
But what I'm talking about, I get what you're saying. But like, if we talking about GOAT talk, how you said Tim Duncan is still one of the GOATs, like you just said it. To separate
we still
out.
gotta have something. We still gotta. If Tim Duncan is great at everything, right? We still have to have something that separates niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like it has to be something
like that
that's going to have to
that box office
separate niggas. You know what I'm saying?
That gotta be,
because
you know,
it's multiple niggas that's gonna have damn near every box checked off. But it's like, then we're gonna have 5 niggas that's like this, or 6 niggas like this. So what's gonna be the one thing that's gonna take a nigga over the edge? You feel what I'm saying? So it has to be something. I don't know, and maybe that's just maybe box office isn't it,
right? See, I was gonna think the tiebreaker, if we come down, would then go to like player achievement. To me, would be the what separate, because like I feel like when we get done, Barkley or somebody might be super high or tied with somebody, and then you got to look at, well, who got the ring and who don't got a ring, or who got these first team appearances and this and that. Because I think when we add something that's not quantitative, something that you can measure, which box office would be hard to measure, because we will all have to feel the same way about a person to check off the box of box office. Then they get in the muddy waters, because it ain't something that we can just say is a hard yes for everybody or a hard no.
I disagree.
At the end of the day, if we not going solely off of statistics, it's always going to be that, Jason. You know what I'm saying? It's always going to be like,
I think we can get a wide variety of people that'd be like, just out of here, 4 people be like, it's Steph Curry box office. Yes, yes, yes. You know what I'm saying? I think it'll be like, okay, Tim Duncan, no, no, no. You know, I think that,
or maybe yes, no, yes. You know,
or maybe no, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I think it could be a good consensus of 4 people.
Because if we not, are we going solely off of statistics? Because if that's the case, then why are we even doing this? Because all we gotta do is go look at the stats.
Wilt Chamberlain and Big Shot Bob will be our GOATs. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we looking at measurements and rings, you know what I'm saying? Because all this stuff is debatable, right? And I know it is what it is, but I don't think rings should be in the equation. You know what I'm saying? I personally don't think so. And I know it wasn't in yours, but achievements you brought up, and it's just like, I don't think rings should be in there, because we could talk ring talk, and some of your favorites won't even be remotely close. You know what I'm saying?
No, ring talk would only be for like if we like tying. Like Big Shot Bob with all the rings wouldn't even make it to a tie-breaking round, because he ain't gonna have none of the other stuff other than hitting the clutch shot. He ain't gonna have the finishing, the playmaking, the defense, the rebound, all them other things. He wouldn't make it to even be a tie at the end and be in the conversation. If we looking at everything.
But how would you weight rings though? You know what I'm saying? If we bring in achievements and you talk about first player, defensive, first player, defensive team,
if we end with
that and the third, and then
I'm saying if we end with Kobe and Jordan, say for example, that's a high possibility. If we end with Kobe and Jordan, how would we make that?
We're doing this right now.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like we ain't there yet, but this is what we want to get to, and I see we gonna have some good conversations as we break down the different things. So we'll talk about it, and then I'm gonna send us our in our group checks what to look for the certain things. So our first thing gonna just be, for example, we'll do a tough one first. We'll do athleticism first. And we people that come to the table on next episode with each 4 of us with our top 3 most athletic players in the NBA in terms of speed, vertical, just freak of nature, athleticism with that group.
Ever.
Because I think some of us will surprise us. We gonna have some that's gonna be some outliers. What was you gonna say, Hayes?
We're saying ever?
Yeah, ever. All time.
Okay.
Because I think it's going to be some, I don't want to throw names out there now, but I think if we all do this, we not all going to just come with the same 3 names, I don't think.
No.
Well, that's not quantitative either, though, Jay.
That's really not, because, Dante can say Kemp, You know what I'm saying? We're gonna say Derrick
I mean,
Rose,
or we could
Ja
say
Morant,
we go look
and
up niggas' verticals and whatnot, but like,
But I'm
yeah,
saying, I mean, without looking at the vertical, it's still. So, for example, when you were saying box office, I've never turned on the
yeah,
Golden State game and said I want to see Steph Curry play in life. That's me. Steph
right.
Curry ain't box office. I don't care to see somebody shooting jumpers all the time. That's me, and you can't knock me because
Mm-hmm,
it's just that's why I say box
mm-hmm.
office get tricky because it ain't hands down for everybody. And like box office to me right now today is LaMelo Ball. They be losing all the time, but I think he the funnest person to watch play basketball. But that's just me in my opinion, where it wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? It get tricky on who is and who not box office. So it's gonna be hard to do all the things that ain't just measurable or examples given a what's what. So like with athleticism, the examples would be if you saying Sean Kemp, you can point to a dunk contest, this and that, or Vince Carter. Well, he did this in this dunk contest. He was doing this. You could say speed and talk about how fast you knew Devin Harris at one point was the fastest person dribbling the basketball the full length of the court. Like it's things where you can say and bring. I don't want to give too many out there, but like it's things that you can say
we gonna forget
that
niggas.
you can't debate. Huh?
I feel like we gonna forget niggas in those kinds of categories. You know what I'm saying?
That's what the comments is gonna be for. Cause we gonna tell people when we clip
you
them.
tripping if Steph Curry ain't box office fly. You tripping, boss.
But you can't tell me what my box office is. That's the thing. What I turn on the game to see. That's like when people play 2K. You got some people that pick all the 3-point shooters and they want to shoot jump shots. You got people that get the dunkers.
When Josh see this, he gonna crucify me because he a Spurs nigga to the heart.
Shout out to Josh. What up, bro?
Shout out to Josh. And I don't like Tim Duncan. I mean, I ain't gonna say I don't like him. I didn't like to watch Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan was great at what he did. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's like you said, it's all with that it's all a matter of opinion. But I think it's be fun.
Of all time.
So what I think we should do is, I think we should
I didn't say he couldn't shoot. That's the thing. I'm not saying he's not the greatest shooter. I just didn't turn on the game to see him shooting. I don't want to see SGA shoot 1,000,000 free throws either. Like I just don't turn on the game to see that. Like that's the thing is like, and I know 3 points is worth more than 2, but I'd rather see somebody dunking on somebody than see somebody shooting a 3-pointer. That's just I don't know. It's different for everybody. But I think it would be as we flesh out the conversation, because I think everybody made valid points on some do's and don'ts. So we're gonna flesh it out and go on that journey as we go. With that being said, man, we wrapping up. Anybody got plans for the week or anything they want to shout out before we close out?
Man, I'm just happy to be here, man. This flu done took your boy out. Man, I done had the flu twice in like 2 weeks, fam. Like it's crazy, dog. Like so.
I felt like I was getting sick, but I guess it was like some little virus that had everybody throat sore, pause. But like, I was seeing that all on thread.
Damn,
I had the flu. I had the flu. Then like a month later, like I just woke up and I had like a little sore throat and whatnot, and
had a chokehold on that.
You know what, man? Fuck it, dog. Fuck it.
They say there's remnants of the super flu, Hayes.
Yeah, dog. But I wasn't feeling sick though. That was it.
It's crazy.
That was it. Throat rocket.
Ooh, throat rocket.
Throat rocket is the funniest part.
Mac Tay, what you got going on this week?
Man, just working, man. Getting out in that cold weather. Keeping America running, man, with that gas in the ground.
Man, salute, bro. I'm gonna keep on living with this little dog over here, man, getting used to it, man. It's a family dog, but it's like it's mine now. So when we get off of here, I'm finna go upstairs and take him outside one more time, man. Got a whole new child here. With that being said, people, make sure you like and subscribe. Once again, we're trying to get to 250 subscribers. That being said, shout out Mac Tay, Jay Hayes, and Eric Bernard, a.k.a. Big Shot, man. Always be gooder because good ain't good enough. Make sure to save the children and never, ever, ever underestimate, man. We out.
Hold on, let me say something real quick, Jay.
Oh, go ahead.
Gooder drop coming soon for Black History Month. Sorry, I meant to say that earlier, but
Oh, okay.
Coming.
And when after you get that, get one of them never underestimate Black Loves hoodies, man.
Absolutely.
Or catch your Fly Day hoodie, man. Them still out there too, man. Catch you something.
Yes, sir.
Anything?
Yes, sir. Man,
All right.
got some big stuff we
there we
working
go.
on, big dog.
I was about to say,
Big
you got
stuff we working
man.
on, man. I'm gonna keep it under wraps until it's locked and loaded, man. But your favorite streetwear brand is gonna be coming back in full effect, man. Most definitely.
There we go. Man, we out here, man. Season 2, the In Crowd, man. We out of here.
Like and subscribe. NewBY.net.